So today this training is going to be about how to enter a listing in MLS listings, that is matrix. So the first thing is, this is our listing, that's the address. The first thing we do is we log in to matrix, which is MLS listings, and then right here there is an option for manage listings. So we enter manage listings. Here it will allow us to do a new listing. Right here in the corner, new listing. So we select a class of new listing, which is going to be residential. If it is any other type, then you can select, but residential here. And then in this case, we are doing a single family home. Otherwise, we would pick the other options. So single family home. So we do a single family home, and building type is detached. Listing office is going to be our listing office. That's very simple. Listing agent is going to be me, unless it is somebody else. Then we do next steps. And here, if we have the APN number, that is probably the fastest way to get data. So we can go here and pick the APN number. And then of course we need to verify if it is correct. So you go APN number, zip code is going to be 95124, county is going to be Santa Clara. Looks like it auto-populated. Then we just say get tax data. So that way it pulls up all of the data from the public records, county records. There was also a way to just enter the address and then get tax data. So we start with this. So it is pulling the data. So here it is. This is what it found. So we verify what we know. 5089 Narissa, that's the address. It also tells the owner's name, which seems to be correct. Here it shows 7,852. We can use that. So everything seems correct. So we go ahead and import the data. So this way it populates a lot of the data automatically. So we did that. It is also asking us to verify approximate location. This seems correct. So that is good. And then we go and talk about owners. I generally prefer not to put the owner's name, so we can leave it blank. It is not a required field. And then it has populated all the other things. So we just take a cursory look, and then if it is correct, great. If it's not, then we make any adjustments. We will leave this here. It is approximately the same as what I have seen on other things. I have seen 7808, but since this is coming right directly from the tax records, I would just go with that. Then the next thing is it is showing bedroom, bathroom count. So I am looking at mostly the fields that are highlighted. We can definitely fill out some of the fields that are not highlighted if it's going to add value, if it's going to add some description which will help potential buyers, we will add it, but otherwise most required fields are those. So we have year built, we have zoning. A lot of times if we don't have understanding of zoning, we just go with what the tax record has shown. Area 14, not necessarily everyone knows. Elementary school district seems like it is correct. It is Union Elementary School, so we're going to leave it the way it is. There is a way for you to put in the elementary school. Just for liability reasons, I like to just keep it blank. Same for middle school, even though I know very well what it could be. Similarly, we'll just stick with the high school district, which is auto-populated, and then just leave it there. Is this within the city limits? I would say yes, because it is within the city limits, so just mark it yes. Is property in an incorporated area? Since I know about it, I can say no. I can say yes, because it is an incorporated area. If you know that it is not, then you can put no. Then it becomes under county. Again, this was not a required field, so it was not necessary to be put in. Then here, if you know the cross street or the next street, it's a good idea to put. So we can say Sandy Lane. This is a required field, so you can put it. Giving directions is a required field. In today's day and age, it's not required. Everyone has GPS and mobile phone and Google Maps. We can do next steps. Here it is asking the listing status. Yes, once we enter, we want it to be active. And then the list date. So it looks like there is a way for you to choose a date. I'm entering today and plan to make it live today. So we'll just select today's date. And then list price. List price has already been discussed before. So I'm going to choose that. This is what the seller and us have agreed to put. And listing expiration date. So listing expiration date should always be matched to what is in the listing agreement. So that's when we go back and look for our listing agreement, the listing documents here, and then this is the listing agreement. We can scroll down and see what the listing agreement date was. So it was ending on May 14th, 2019. That is what is shown here. It is a short time, but again, it's a good idea to match it, whatever it says here. So let's do May 14th, 2019 for the time being. If needed, we can work with the seller agent and append the contract, and then we can change it. So for right now, it's May 14th. So we will stick with that, May 14th. The other fields, city transfer tax, we know it is applicable, but again, since it's not required, we can leave it alone. Special listing condition, unless you know that there are special conditions such as, if it's an REO, foreclosure, short sale, or anything like that, we just do not applicable, because this is a regular sale. So we just do not applicable. We mark next. We don't work with any of these things because we are not dealing with the seller's loan or whether it is transferable or not. Next steps, we are going to say whether there is a fireplace or not. So these things you need to know. So there is a fireplace, so we are going to mark it yes. Number of fireplaces it is asking, we just say 1, and then let's see what it tells about fireplace. So it wants some features of the fireplace, so we can say it is there in the living room. You can populate as many things as possible. So if you know whether it is gas burning or what it is, then you can enter. For right now, we know that it is in living room, and I am not sure about all the other details, so we'll just leave it that it's in the living room. Then there are other things which can be filled out, bedroom, bathroom count, but that's already available in the property features. Oh, looks like maybe other features that are in the bathroom. So bathroom, you can fill out what all is there. Let's leave those fields that are not required. Cooling, there is no AC, so we are going to skip that. Ceiling fan, I don't remember in any, so we'll just do none and leave it there. Uh, Dining room. Okay, so let's see what it wants to know about dining room. Dining room, breakfast nook, dining area in family room, dining area in living room. So we can say there is a dining area because there is a dining area off of the kitchen. Next, let's talk about, wants to know something about family room. So family room is kitchen family room combo, separate. There is no separate family room. So there is a living room. So we'll just do other and not say anything. Heating, it talks about what kind of heating. So we say there is central forced air gas. So that's the kind of heating we have, and we leave it there. Then all the other things are not mandatory to fill. Let's see, in laundry we can fill washer and dryer because this seller is providing washer and dryer. And let's see if it says something about a laundry room. There is a laundry room in this case. Okay, So we'll just say washer and dryer available. Okay, and then let's go next step. When it talks about, is this a horse property? We say no, it is not a horse property because it's not. Number of garage spaces, we are going to say 1 because it's a 1-car garage. And talks about parking, so we are going to say attached garage. It talks about utilities, so we are going to say public utilities. Water is public water in this case, unlike a well or something like that in some other areas. So it's going to be public. Sewer is going to be public as well. Sewer public. Then it talks about foundation. So this one we need to know whether it is a slab or perimeter foundation. So in this case, we know that it has a crawl space, which means it's going to be a concrete perimeter foundation. And then all the other things, construction type, since it's not mandatory, we are going to skip that. Let's talk about roof. So roof is composition shingles. So we'll do composition shingles. Since it's known, we are going to do that. And then do next steps. Then is this property in a community? In this case, it's not. Is there an HOA? Then it's not. And then is this a new construction? It is not. So we just do all that and go next steps. Now it wants to upload all the photos. So I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so we upload these pictures. Your images are stored here. Click to upload, click, and then go to this folder, and then this you have already have to decide up front. So I have already gone through these pictures and I know which ones I want in which order. So it is going to just directly upload from 1 to 27. So that's how many pictures I want, 1 to 27. So now it is uploading. While it is uploading, we'll go and look at more content for marketing. So I should have the description ready. Yeah. All right, so let's look at it. We have uploaded pictures. Okay, so these are the 20. We only wanted 26 pictures, so we are going to delete this, and this. So we only want these many pictures. Okay, so this is good. Then the next step will be public remarks. So we have the public remarks ready. We are going to copy this public remarks and paste it. All of these have to be ready before, so you save time while listing. Plus this information is also used for other marketing. Do you want this listing on the internet? Yes. Do you want to show full address? Yes. So these pretty much remain yes, nothing much to change. Then you do next steps. The next section is for agents. So we're going to figure out how much we are going to pay to the agent. It's already figured out. We just need to mention. And then we are going to say no. And this section is where if dual variable, if you're going to be representing the seller, representing buyer and seller both, then is the seller going to benefit out of that, any reduced commission or anything like that? So in that case, we have to say yes. In this case, we don't have any such agreement with the seller, so we say no. and then we are going to say private remarks like that. And if we need to make any changes later, we can make changes. Let's do listing type. So we always have exclusive right to sell. In hazard disclosure, we are going to say natural hazard disclosure will be provided to the buyers. Here, this house is vacant, but I don't generally say vacant because that information goes to the internet and then some unwanted people find out and there is usually break-ins and stuff like that. So we say owner just to make sure that our internet does not display as vacant. And then we are going to go put some other instructions that will tell potential agents that they can go and show anyway. All right, show contact type. And then in showing instructions, we can say something like go directly, and then, you know, yeah, we can also make some notes on, we can say that there is lockbox, Supra, so people can go and show even though we have marked as owner occupied. One other thing that can be done is go direct after open house. It already says use Supra. You can also mention property is vacant. All right. Then the next steps is this. This is our listing information, listing contact information. And next is going to verify if everything is correct. No errors found. We can create listing and we're good to go. So we can do that. Just create listing. And now we can stop the video.